The South African reality TV show called Izingane Zesthembu has come to an end. We have just watched the season finale and the girls were fighting. Tirelo and Vuyokazi were fighting over Mpumelelo. Now, who are these people? What is the show? Let me provide a little bit of context. Izingane Zesthembu is a South African reality television show and it was just on its second season. It is the brainchild of popular polygamist Musam Seleku, who has made a name for himself creating television shows about polygamy. His main television show is Tirelo Zesthembu, where we follow him, Musam Seleku, and the whole family as they maneuver polygamy as a family. And one of the controversial figures, of course, on this show, both the shows actually, is his eldest son, Mpumelelo. Mpumelelo wants to walk in his father's footsteps and become a polygamist as well. As a matter of fact, in the last season of his father's show, Tirelo Zesthembu, he decided that he's now going to marry. He's actually gonna get married and he's gonna start being a polygamist. And yet he decided that he wants to marry a virgin. The problem is Mpumelelo already got two ladies that he is dating, that he's been in a relationship with for a couple of years. These two ladies, Vuyokazi and Tirelo, have given him children, have put up with so much of his nonsense and BS and toxicity. And for him to then decide that, no, when I marry someone, I'm gonna marry a virgin, quite controversial indeed. And Vuyokazi, I believe she's the one who's been with him the longest, was not happy with that announcement of him wanting to marry a virgin for the first wife, for the matriarch, instead of her. So she decided that she's gonna leave this man. Now, I have to confess that I have not watched all the episodes of this show, so there's a lot of details that I do not have, but I do know that Vuyokazi was not happy about being overlooked for the position of being wife number one for this boy. I really don't get what these girls see in him, honestly, but whatever, I'm gonna get into that. And so she wanted to leave him. So I guess in the show it's about him deciding to leave him, make peace with him, dump him, or whatever the heck. So now cue the last episode, the season finale. It is an ending of a dinner where Mpumelelo, his siblings, some friends, and his two girls, Vuyelo and Tirelo, were there, and a couple of people have left the table, but at this point Vuyokazi is sort of saying her goodbyes. It seems like she was being cordial towards Tirelo in her goodbyes, but Tirelo decided to be a little bit condescending, telling Vuyokazi that I am so proud of you, the decision that you have made, I'm so proud of you, you have found your self-worth, you're so confident right now, hinting that she's proud of Vuyokazi for deciding to leave Mpumelelo. The position that they occupy in this man's life, Tirelo should have not said any of that stuff. Honestly, she should have just let Vuyokazi walk out the door. Anyways, while Vuyokazi was still there, Tirelo decides, that condescension was not enough. Let me add fuel to the fire. She picks up a gift. She bought Mpumelelo, their man, a gift because both she and Mpumelelo are born in the same month, Pisces. Yes, oh my God. So she hands him his gift, all sweet, lovey-dovey, right there in front of Vuyokazi. Vuyokazi did not like that. She left but came back and decided to address certain things with Mpumelelo. She and Mpumelelo are having a back and forth. And in that back and forth, Vuyokazi mentioned that the two of you were playing me. You contracted an STD from Lord knows who, and then you gave it to the two of us, but the two of you found out when to get tested together and got treated together, and you didn't tell me. Excuse me? And Mpumelelo in his confessionals, what do you call it, diary session, he's like, oh, that was 2 years ago. Boy, you know that you are with two women that have agreed foolishly to be in this mockery of a relationship with you, okay? And yet you still messing around and you not even protecting them, and you want to marry somebody who's a virgin with such reckless behavior, you and your dirty tendencies, you want to bring these diseases to some virgin. Woo, Lord. Anywho, anyways, so when Vuyokazi mentioned the STD story, Tirelo was lit. She was on fire. She gets up and she was like, it was not my responsibility to tell you that your boyfriend got you an STD. And honestly, it is not Tirelo's responsibility to let Vuyokazi know that they are all burned. Okay, it is Mpumelelo's responsibility. He is the man in this relationship. He is the one who is in this, whatever the hell you call this, because this is not polygamy. Polygamy, marriage is involved. There's no marriage here, so this is not polygamy, okay? This is an open relationship on Mpumelelo's side. I don't know what these two think they are doing with him, but he is in an open relationship with the two of them and anybody else that he is sleeping with, okay? Polygamy is when y'all are married. Lobola situations have occurred. So anyways, Tirelo's on her feet like that over Vuyokazi. So Vuyokazi also gets up screaming and shouting at her. The two of them are shouting at each other. Oh, there's also a friend in the mix, Vicky. I don't know who she is. Nobody cares. Well, I don't care. She gets up and she gets between these two very plus-size girls. She did a very good job in trying to make sure that these two don't come into blows while their men, Mpumelelo, is just sitting there watching, doing zilch to diffuse the situation. Staff had to get involved and pull the girls aside because Vicky was failing. I mean, these two are way bigger than her and they mad. And I suspect drunk as well. You know, kudos, Vicky, you tried, baby girl. But anyways, they continue screaming at each other. And in their diary sessions, Vuyokazi is calling this whole relationship thing stupid, calling everybody stupid, calling Tirelo stupid. And Tirelo's diary sessions, she's so condescending, talking about Vuyokazi is desperate for Mpumelelo. Vuyokazi had a second child for Mpumelelo. Why? Because she's desperate. Girl, you desperate too. You are in this shit show. You gave Mpumelelo a child as well. The both of you are desperate, okay? I don't know the heck for. I mean, I clearly don't know this young fellow personally, so I don't see what the two of you see in him. You two are such beautiful young ladies to be played like this on national television, willingly and willfully. I can't with the two of you. So anyways, that's what happens. Now here are my thoughts on the situation. Let me start with Mpumelelo. Mpumelelo is not ready for marriage. With one woman, multiple women, 10 women, he's not ready for marriage, okay? Him, while embarking relationship with girls and telling them that he wants to be polygamous, he believes in polygamy, he will have multiple wives, is the correct way of doing things. Whatever he's done with these two, he told them. I don't know how soon he told them, but he told them and they decided to stay. And in that regard, he's done the right thing, okay? The recklessness, as I've mentioned, is him not protecting himself and these girls, making sure that when he's over there having fun with other girls, he is using protection. Because as much as I don't think much of this young man, a lot of ladies out there think something of him, especially because he's popular and is from, it seems, a wealthy family. They will want to associate with him. So like Mpumelelo still has a lot of growing up to do. A lot he still needs to learn about life and even about polygamy, and he's just gonna be a terrible polygamist, honestly. He's so selfish already, so self-centered. To him, this whole polygamy thing is about him acquiring as many girls as he possibly can. When he was watching these two fight and even his reaction after the fight, it just rubbed me the wrong way. It really seemed like he did not care. I get him not caring about Vuyokazi. I get him not caring about Vuyokazi because she has dumped him or they have dumped each other. I don't know. But Tirelo, doesn't he love Tirelo? him and Tirelo are good. She just gave him a gift. Pisces, he, at least for Tirelo's sake, should have done something to break up the fight. And the fact that he didn't really hurt Tirelo's feelings. Now, let me move on to Tirelo. Girl, I don't know what prize you think you won, but it ain't it. I feel like Tirelo is playing herself, because what she's watching happen to Vuyelwa is gonna happen to her as well. And as such a beautiful young woman, so well spoken and from a good family, how did you reach a point where you are tolerating so much nonsense from a guy? Like, in the previous episode, Tirelo and Vuyokazi were discussing Mpumelelo wanting Vicky. Like he had the hots for Vicky, he was attracted to Vicky, and this man, they know he sleeps around it. Like, are you kidding me? How are you at peace with that? How are you okay with that? How are you accepting that? Is this the best that you can do, really? And it seems like she does not mind the fact that Mpumelelo does not want her either as the first wife, because that says something about how he feels about her as well, okay? This is not just about Vuyokazi. Vuyokazi is fighting for the first wife position. Tirelo ain't even fighting. She's just ready to settle for wherever Mpumelelo places her, and that is bonkers, man. Like, Tirelo herself has a lot of introspection to do, looking at herself, why she's fine with this messy situation, with this man who is so messy. He is causing a lot of trauma in her. And honestly, yeah, I wonder how long she will last with him. And now moving on to Vuyokazi, if really truly she and Mpumelelo are over, kudos to her for finally letting go of this toxic situation. It's quite sad that she left because he wouldn't make her first wife. And not like she left because she realized her worth. Like, I can do way better. I can find a man who's gonna love me and only me. And even if he's polygamous, he's actually gonna have some values and some rules and some principles in how he does it. It's not just gonna be self-serving on his part. And speaking of which, in the blogs and in the tabloids, Tirelo has been all over there because it seems she really did move on from Mpumelelo and found herself a new dude. I don't know his name, but he too seems to be a controversial figure. It seems he's a scammer and he already has a relationship with somebody. So I don't think, if this is real, I don't think she got out of a fire and landed into a cush position. It looks like from one fire to another, and it would make sense. Number one, did she give herself enough time to heal from Mpumelelo trauma, to look at the situation and see where she went wrong, what wrong things and unacceptable things that she was fine with, and just to heal and grow and to make sure that when she moves on to the next relationship, she does so on a clean slate. She's not going to then project into that relationship the type of nonsense she was facing with Mpumelelo. So, like, there's a lot of work she herself needs to do. If she is a polygamy prone Han, that's okay. There is, of course, women who are fine with being in polygamous relationships, but even then, the men that you get for yourself, they gotta respect you. They gotta respect the institution of marriage, the institution of polygamy, okay? There is a right way of being polygamous. Be honest upfront with the lady as you meet them that you are a polygamous individual. Respect yourself, respect your ladies, communicate with them properly, always have peace in your house, have money for this polygamous situation, so on and so forth. There is a right way of doing polygamy, and the situations that Vuyokazi, it seems, keeps finding herself into are not very good. Are not very good at all. All of them have a lot of growing up to do, a lot of introspection to do, and just to learn to love themselves a little bit more so that they can love the people that they are with better. I don't want to sit too long on the subject matter. That's my thoughts and take on the season finale of Izingane Zesthembu season 2. What's your thoughts on the episode? What's your thought on these three and their mess? Please let me know in the comment section before. And also, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you. Bye.